2019 A levels question number 3. It's the same question that was there before, no? This year, earlier they gave 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark. Now they are giving 2 marks, 2 marks. Wow. 8 marks. Nice. Balance of trade, balance of the current account, balance of the financial account, and net export. We'll see what and what is there. Here, earlier they gave export in, they gave debit and credit. Here they have made it more easy. A second. Earlier they gave debits and credits. Now they have made it more easier. They have given export and import separate. Now, earlier at least debit and credit, a person would have got confused. No, should I minus from the credit? Should I minus the debit? No, this way. Yeah, that is also not there. You know, export minus import. Yeah. So export of goods, import of goods. That's your balance of trade. See if there are any non-monetary gold have they given. Services, investment income, net current transfers, government capital, private current. No, there is no what non-monetary gold. So then what is your balance of trade? Simply exports 1500, imports of goods 1300, balance of trade is a plus 200. You can give it in rupees billion. Nah? So say 200 rupees 200 billion. Final answer. Right. Then current account. Current account has what and what? So your current account has your trade account, your service account, primary income, secondary income. The trade account we calculated 200 billion that we got. Service account, let's see. Now here, export and import of services. How much is that? Export 500, import 400. So that is 500 minus 400. I'll put the working here. Service account, we have 100. Then primary income, what do we have? Primary income, we have rent, wages, interest, profits, dividends. Now here, investment income. So investment income means interest income or maybe dividends. Okay. There is that. Current transfer, no. Capital transfer, no. Yeah, that's it. So your primary income is then receipts 800, payments 600. So your primary income is a 200. Then secondary. Secondary income is what here? Net current transfers. Capital transfers, no. That is in the capital account. Private capital transfers, again, capital account. Yeah, that's it. No, net current transfers, secondary income. You can take 100. They have given the net figure. So then how much is my current account balance now? 200 plus 100 plus 200 plus 100. That's a 600 billion. Can someone check your past paper also and reconfirm if my numbers are right? Yes. 2019 question number 8 subsection 3. Fine. 600. Right. Then we'll go into this one. Balance of the financial account. Easy enough. The financial account has what? Portfolio investment, foreign direct investment, other investment, other reserves. If there are derivatives, those. You see. Direct investment, net direct investment, that is foreign direct investment. How much is that? 300. And portfolio investment, portfolio 150. Net other investment 120. Reserve assets 160. Do we add errors and omissions? No, errors and omissions are not taken in the financial account. Errors and omissions you take if you're calculating your BOP overall balance. Here you don't have to take. So then how much is my financial account balance now? 350 plus 150, 500, 500, 620, 780. Can someone check and see? Yeah, right. Yeah. Then the last one. Last one is net exports. So what is net exports now? Net exports is your goods and service account balance, no? Goods and services both together only you call net exports. So goods account here, trade account you had 200, Service account you had 100. Oh. So you can say net exports is your goods and service account balance. So goods account balance is, if you want show the working, 1500 minus 1300, that's a 200. Service is 500 minus 400, that is 100. So your net exports are 300. See, I think that is again one of the easiest 8 marks that you can get now. Very easy, no? 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks. You jump up and you do the question. See, compare now. See, this is where unit number, question number 8 becomes easy. Now, some years, maybe question number 6 and 7 was hard. But question like this for 8 marks is easy now. But again, if you're very weak, don't. Because if you're very weak, you might make a careless mistake in by not knowing what to take. You are at a level of a 60, 65, I feel you can handle this question. Nothing hard. You've done the questions, have gone and gone. It should be completely fine. Right. There is another one. Explain the reasons for the sharp depreciation of the rupee relative to the American dollar in the latter part of 2018. Now, this is why I was very disappointed. In 2019 A-level paper, in 2018, our rupee depreciated, but not a very big depreciation. Then from, I can't remember the exact amounts, from around 150 or to 170 odd, I think, if I'm not mistaken. This is in 2018. Now, last year, rupee depreciated from 200 to 360. So that was like almost a definite question to ask, why did it go? But these fellows didn't ask no. Last year in the A-level paper, they didn't ask. They didn't ask why did the rupee tax. That was the most obvious current context question that they should have asked last year. Yeah, because last year is where the rupee depreciated. So maybe I'm telling you, this year it can be the current one. Because it's still new, no? Right now it's this thing. They can ask you, last year, why did the rupee depreciate? Maybe. So we'll answer it now. Don't answer it based on 2018. We'll answer it based on 2022. So in 2022, in March, once we realize that we are bankrupt and we let the exchange rate float, the Sri Lankan exchange rate, $1 that was 200 went to around 360. And recently in 2020, now this is in April, May 2023. And then again, Lamai, there was an appreciation to around 320. Right now it's in 320 range. This is after the IMF money coming in March 2023. This started to, there was some sort of appreciation. It went from 200 to 360. Then again, it came back to around the 320 level. So right now it's at the 320 levels. And also one more thing, I told this in class yesterday, also in the MCQ class, what we have got the IMF board level approval for our first IMF funds. So that happened 2 days ago. So we will get another 300 million. In addition to that, the World Bank and the ADB will also give certain money. So maybe there can, when this money comes into the market, the rupee can appreciate a little. Right now it's at 325 marks. Maybe it can go down a little, but overall it will again depreciate. And based on those IMF documents, IMF prediction for end of next year is that is end of 2024. According to what they have used in their assumptions, they are expecting the dollar to reach 385 end of next year. So this is me giving you information if you are a speculator. You have money, buy the dollar and you won't get like a huge boom. But if you buy the dollar right now at 320, by the end of next year, you can get a 385. You can sell out. So again, Lamai, just thinking now, because little advice, given that you all are also now after A levels, you all will get into the thing of earning and all. If you all have money collected, try to avoid keeping that in the form of rupee, because time value of money. Don't just keep the money. Ideally, it has to be invested somewhere where it generates. So there are arguments against religious beliefs, against earning interest and all that is there. So it has to be, if not for interest, it has to at least be earning something. Just don't keep your money in the form of cash in your hand. Because the value of it goes down. With inflation, it goes down. Best way is maybe to buy some dollars, and if interest is not something that you're willing to earn, it's maybe dollar based as a good thing to have. You buy it at 320 again long term, right? You can't get your money tomorrow. You buy some dollars today, by the end of the year, let's say 12 months later, you would have made like a small gain. Okay, right. So why did the rupee depreciate? So why did the LKR depreciate? Give me some broad reasons, Lama. Some broad reasons. What can we write if they ask? I'll give you all a proper answer in the final seminar as well. Removal of administered prices, that is for inflation, not for the rupee depreciate. Banning of fertilizer, okay, but again, not a direct impact on the rupee depreciate. Banning of fertilizer was an impact on the reserves going down. Okay, so these are the main things that you can highlight, Lama. Okay, why did Sri Lanka's rupee depreciate? Is that also? I don't think is a reason. Okay, so you can talk about, Lama, persistent current account deficits. So one reason is in Sri Lanka, our exports kept falling after COVID and all of that. Sri Lankan exports kept falling. Tourism, tourism went down. Given that we kept the exchange rate artificially at a low level, worker remittances went up. So all of this cost what? All of this cost your current account deficit to keep on rising. So as a result of this, what happened, Lamai? As a result of this, mainly what happened is our reserves, our foreign reserves kept on going up. So we didn't have enough foreign reserves now. So more and more money is going out, none of the money is coming in. So usually with our reserves only, we try to keep the exchange rate stable. So our reserves went up. Few other reasons why our reserves went down in addition to current account deficits. One, we had to make huge loan repayments. So our international sovereign bonds and all have got matured. We had to repay those. Also, our reserves went down. Another reason is usually, Lamai, when our reserves go down, we issue a sovereign bond. We issue an international sovereign bond and we raise money. But after COVID, after Gota came and reduced taxes and COVID also hit, the credit rating companies, Standard and Poor, Moody's and all, they downgraded our credit rating. Because of the credit rating downgrade, now no one is buying our international sovereign bonds. I would have explained that in detail in our class. So, unable to raise finance from international markets. So we can't issue international sovereign bonds and all and now raise money. So monetary inflows have badly got this thing. So that is why all of a sudden, on one side, current account performed bad. On another side, Cabral went and repaid loans. He had very little money, that fellow went and paid loan installments. And on the other side, we can't raise new money also because our credit ratings are very low. So because of all of these reasons, at one point, we couldn't now keep the exchange rate at 200. We have to artificially supply our reserves and work on that. At one point, we couldn't do that. Then what did the new governor do? He said, look here, we can't do this anymore. I'm letting it go. So he let the rupee go, and all of a sudden, it went from 300 to a 200 to a 306. So those are reasons that you can highlight. So they remove the debt. Yes, you can talk about another reason for current account deficit widening is import prices going up. So import prices went up because global oil prices and all increased. You can talk about that. Widening budget deficit, you can connect with this. So it's not directly with this thing. Widening budget deficit for credit ratings going down. So our budget deficit widened with GOTA coming and reducing taxes and all of that. Budget deficit widened. That means now the credit rating agencies reduce our credit rating. They give warning saying, look here, these fellows have a huge budget deficit. So meaning maybe they can't pay in the future. Be careful when you lend to them. So unable to raise funds. So all of these reasons combined from here and there is why our exchange rate depreciates. So have a basic idea. Right, that's it with 29. I think it was a easy paper, no? 8 marks here was like 3 marks. This was also current context. Okay, current, not an impossible current context, normal. And also remember, Lamai, when you all get current context, write everything you know, okay? Because there is no one correct answer. Now, for so much time, if you all were there in my classes, theory, revision, past, I cannot. Every time I tell you stories, no, this is what happened. Look here, this is what is Gota doing. This is what happened. Now Ranil is doing this. You all have that in your head somewhere. You write everything. So we'll give you marks appropriately. Don't write nonsense, but write appropriately, write something. You will get your marks. You can back it up a little with numerical data, but it doesn't always have to be numerical data. Amongst all the points we write, sir, 1 point is wrong. No, that's okay. Even if 1 point is wrong, you won't lose the whole mark. Accordingly, they will give you marks. Don't get scared a lot for current context, Lamai. It's the current story you have to write. That is more. Those are more interesting questions than memorizing. Just think, Philomen, as a A-level student, if you don't know why the exchange rate depreciated, as an economic student, if you don't know what exchange, why did the rupee depreciate, what happened to Sri Lanka's reserves, why did inflation increase? If you all don't know that, what is the point? What are you all learning? What's the point of learning? What is demand pull inflation? What is aggregate demand? What are the components of aggregate demand? No point testing your theory, right? Because in your real world, you're not going to be talking about theory. You don't go to office and write a paragraph about what is demand pull inflation. Maybe they'll practically ask you, okay, why did it go up and what can the business do because of this? I personally feel it has to be more current context that they test without rather asking what are the components of BOP. Is that a question to ask a A-level student? What are the components of BOP? Sad. Yes, sir. When they say explain the current context, just be like in paragraph forms. Points, don't write very short points. Write like paragraph forms. Write some nice answers. Okay.